We hope you'll enjoy this evening's performances featuring the largest group of singers ever in a show like this. 255 students in all, representing Long Cane Middle School under the direction of Asha Brown, Berta Weathersby Elementary under the direction of John Curry, Clearview Elementary directed by Tori Smith, Long Cane Elementary directed by John Curry, Rosemont Elementary under the direction of Lauren Collins, West Point Elementary directed by Teresa Fanning, and I'd like to have all those elementary and middle school teachers stand up and be recognized right now, please. The Troup High School Chorus under the direction of Troup High School Choral Director, Kathy Kirby. Mrs. Kirby created the Veterans Day program in 2014 and has been producing it each year ever since. The elementary and middle school programs are feeder programs to the high school chorus. We've been making them a part of the program since its inception. So if you're in the audience or here on stage and you performed in one of these Veterans Day concerts in the past, raise your hand and let us know.
What was the question?
And now we'd like to introduce and welcome our accompanist, Eve McKibben. So kind, please remember to help out the American Legion Post 75 with a donation. If you haven't already, please see Tracy Bain. Tracy, would you give us a wave so we know where you are? And I do want to mention one particular member of the American Legion Post because it is his birthday. Let's all give a rousing cheer for Jake Crispin. Today, of course, we are honoring Veterans Day, the day set aside to honor all who have served our country in uniform. Could we have the house lights up for a moment, please? Thank you. Now, if you are a veteran, please stand up and be recognized.
Sorry.
I thank you for your service. This program is being presented in recognition of veterans, the people who, at one point in their lives, wrote a blank check payable to the United States of America. The amount would be anything up to and including their lives. In view of this, even though this is going to be a spirited performance, we'd like to remind our audience that it is also a special occasion. We do request proper decorum from all as we perform as well. Please do not shout out, catcall, or talk during the performance. That could ruin it for all of us. Please take a moment now, if you would, to silence your electronic devices, like your cell phone or whatever, because nothing in the world throws the singers off more than a different piece of music at the wrong time. Also, please note that during the performance tonight, you'll be seeing a photographer going around the auditorium getting some great shots for the yearbook. If the photographer just so happens to stand in front of you, be patient, please. It won't take long. And who knows? That shot might be in the yearbook this year. We thank you for your cooperation. At this time, we would ask that all members of the audience please rise for the presentation of the colors by the Troup High School Air Force Junior ROTC Detachment as the THS Mixed Choir honors America with the singing of our national anthem.
Amen.
I was in ROTC in high school, and I was in the Air Force, and that brings back some really good memories. To begin the program tonight, the mixed choir will now bring you a wonderful tune that captures the very spirit of our nation. I Hear America Singing calls to mind the entire country, all we stand for and all we believe. And there are very many things that we all stand for and believe. Here now, the mixed choir's rendition of I Hear America Singing.
I hear America singing of its beauty.
The next song performed by the mixed choir is one that can have a lot of meanings, especially for Veterans Day. Fly Away Home by Pink Zebra explores many aspects of going home. Anyone who's ever served overseas, returning home is the #1 goal. We also have something very special to accompany this number. For the past few years, the Troup County School System has been building an orchestra program beginning in the elementary schools. The program works its way up with the students through middle school and has now emerged into the high schools with the incoming freshman class. This year, for the first time, we have full-time orchestra directors at each middle school. And Callie Hammond, director of the program, will be joining the Troup High Tiger Strings on the bass as the choir performs. So enjoy now the choir's performance of Fly Away Home.
I don't. I'm sorry.
The last song coming to us from the mixed choir, excuse me, is a very special one, which brings smiles of memory and happiness. Originally written in 1954 under the title In Other Words, this song by Bart Howard brings to mind the ones waiting back home for our soldiers wherever they are, and what those soldiers would do to get back to them. Listen now as the choir presents a classic, most popularly performed by one Frank Sinatra, Fly Me to the Moon.
One of my favorites.
It became my favorite.
Returning to our performance stage now will be the Encore Show Choir. This is the Encore Choir's first performance in the past couple of years since the COVID pandemic brought so many things to a standstill. The Encore Choir was one of them. We welcome them back now, performing with a very appropriate song from just before World War II. You're going to find out, folks, this joint is jumping. stage magic up there. You ever wondered how this was done? That's how it's done. Now we're going to be honored to have with us this evening the choir from Long Cane Middle School. These talented musicians coming up on stage. And the Long Cane Middle School Choir has two wonderful songs to perform for us. While they're getting settled, I'll tell you about the first one. It's a number that deals with the thoughts of a person far from home. And at some point in our lives, aren't we all far from home? This is kind of what they think about it. It's a beautiful song called Some Nights. The Long Cane Middle School Choir brings us a tune from the soundtrack of the motion picture The Greatest Showman. Enjoy a song that describes what every service member has every day, a million dreams. started, I got the idea you know this song better than I do. That was really great. Let's hear it one more time from Long Game Middle School. Did you ever wonder why November 11? And why doesn't it ever change each year? Well, the agreement that ended World War I, the armistice, took effect at 11:11 a.m. on November 11, 1918, 104 years ago. The guns fell silent in the war to end all wars. Well, as we all know, it didn't end all wars. Until just after World War II, the holiday was known as Armistice Day. After a Second World War and a second armistice, it needed another name, and it was rechristened Veterans Day. And even with wars still happening, we pause each year to recognize our veterans and thank them for their service. We are so very grateful for all of our elementary school students who come to sing with us each year. Each year, it seems, the number of elementary school students coming to be with us has gotten larger. And this year, wow, 5 of the county's elementary schools are participating, and 2 of them, Berta Weathersby and Long Cane Elementaries, are former homes for Mrs. Kirby and her choir program. And if you'll indulge me one moment for a personal note, the Long Cane Elementary School chorus features one special performer. Special to me, anyway. My granddaughter, Natalie Neville. Natalie, where are you? There she is.
It's not my fault. Thank you so much, yeah, I appreciate it.
Oh, come on. You can do a grandfather's heart better than that. And while they're coming up on stage, I want you to do me a special favor. I'm going to ask you to applaud one more time, and not just for Natalie. This time I want you to welcome the Superfine 89 to take us on a trip across the United States, the 50 Nifty. When you have this many children, it does take a moment, so be patient. The expression rustling cats comes to mind.
Nifty, nifty.
to be able to talk that fast. And I was their age. Right, we're going to let them sort themselves here while I tell you that coming to the stage now, we're going to be bringing up the combined choirs. And their purpose is to bring the program to a wonderful conclusion. As the piano is moved and our singers come up, we want to remember our brothers and sisters in uniform, who even now serve in distant lands. They, as well as we, hope for peace and pray for peace in our world. Each year I'm reminded that during his 1962 final visit to West Point, General of the Army Douglas MacArthur said, "The soldier, above all, prays for peace. For it is the soldier who must suffer and bear the deepest wounds and scars of war." With our military forces on standby to go wherever they're needed, General MacArthur's words are never more appropriate than right now. And we'll have the combined choirs come to the stage for our final selections of the evening. We'll begin our final selections with a beautiful song called "Hands United in Peace," a meaningful song about peace and brotherhood. Following that, we'll carry on with a tradition we observe with each Veterans Day program, one in which we honor our veterans present here in the auditorium, as the choirs will then perform the tribute to the armed forces, during which they'll sing a wonderful medley of the hymns or service songs of each branch of the United States military. When that song begins, we'll have the house lights come up again, and veterans, when you hear your branch's service song or hymn, stand up, be recognized, let everyone see you. So we'll take a moment while everybody gets situated, and then our combined choirs will perform "Hands United in Peace," followed by the tribute to the armed services. You understand, it does take a little time to get 255 children all in place at the same time. So thank you for your patience. You're going to love these two songs.
What we did not put in the program, and I did not ask Jack to say, because I just simply forgot, I was a little busy. But these guys up in the front are siblings. They are all siblings, and they are in the various choruses in their schools. And this has been a long time running thing for me to have siblings grow up into our choral program. So we like to start this song, "Hands United in Peace," with our siblings singing the first verse together. So I hope you get a lot of pictures. I'm actually going to move down there so you can get some pictures, and then I'll come up and you'll have to see my back.
when you hear the services song, stand up.